Well, the game is on. Basketball fans are filling out their brackets and gearing up to watch their favorite teams. And our medical reporter is talking about some things that people are doing in order to just stay at home and watch basketball.
This is just wild. So there's obviously elective procedures out there, but studies show in recent years, doctors say vasectomies are on the rise during March Madness. Why is that? Well, Rose, it's because you say boys want to stay home and watch their basketball.
So they had, urologists had this theory, right? Doctors, they study trends and they kind of thought that this was the case. But there's new data that shows that, in fact, men are having vasectomies during March Madness. So they took private insurance data, over 230 patients. They studied over 170 urology groups, so it's a pretty substantial size, men between the ages of 20 and 49, and sure enough, vasectomies are most common on a Friday because of recovery time.
That's smart.
And the chance during the Friday before the tournament goes up 41%, and that week, per se, it goes up 30%.
How common are vasectomies nowadays? We have so many options as women now, with the IUD and with the, what's the thing called, Darcy, that goes in your arm? Anyway, there's just a lot of options for women for birth control. So are vasectomies wildly popular still, or?
Well, the numbers show it's not just something that happens during March. About 500,000 procedures occur annually. 50 million men in the country have had a vasectomy.
Oh, wow.
And about 5% of married couples have undergone vasectomy together. So it's pretty common. And it's the number one, according to urologists, it's the number one requested procedure by men.
Wow. So what is the recovery time like for a man who may be considering it, or his wife who's saying, we're considering this?
Exactly. About 24 to 72 hours, which makes it ideal for a Friday. Some men can, depending on what you do for a living, you might be able to go back to work that same day. So, pretty quickly. Again, it all depends on the person. There's also two types of vasectomy. One's a little bit, it's one procedure, but there's two ways to get there. One little bit more invasive than the other, one incision, one without an incision. So it also depends upon maybe your recovery time might be a little bit longer.
All right, if somebody is watching this right now and they think, hey, we've been talking about this in our family, is this something that is a very serious procedure? Let's just break it down. Like, what exactly happens in a vasectomy? Right,
when you hear procedure, especially men, it's not really a pleasant thing to talk about, but urologists assured me, with the ones that I spoke to, it's, like I said, it can be minimally invasive now, so the chances of complications are much less. So talk to your doctor about which type of procedure he performs. Recovery time, like I said, rather quickly, and it's a really short procedure, 15 to 30 minutes in a doctor's office, in a surgery center, mild anesthesia. But the thing that
and they just burn the tubes, or what?
Right, it's like they cauterize the tubes to prevent that semen. But here's another thing: it's almost 100% effective, which doctors really urge patients to really think about this decision, because if you change your mind, you have to be also 100% sure then you don't want any more children.
It's very hard to reverse.
It really is hard to reverse. It becomes more invasive. Your insurance might not cover it. And so there's things to think about. And also, we live in a different world now, depending on what age you get married. When we're having kids and going through, you think, I don't want any more children, right? You're like, I don't even want to go through this again, maybe right after a pregnancy. But doctors are like, wait till that calms down, because you might change your mind.
Absolutely. Rosemarie, thank you so much. Always coming with some great information.
March Madness and vasectomy madness.
That's madness.
Thank you so much, Rosemarie.
Jim Gandy, standing